Good morning. So, here we are on a Monday. Taking that breath. You know, before I start, I was thinking about... So Joe Dvorsky, who is a director, but he's got a really good book on the tarot. And the one thing that he emphasizes is that even before you start to read, everything is an omen. Everything has meaning. And I was just thinking about that because every morning I have to decide what deck of card to use. And I have over 100 decks. And some of them I'll use for different groups, different fun, different things. But in the morning, it just seems like it's such a serious thing, I guess. So I really take it into consideration because I know that picking the deck could possibly affect the rest of the week. So it's just funny how that actually just comes to mind. Looks like I have probably about 5 decks, I would say, that are my tools that I use. And the rest I take to different things based on what it is. But yeah, everything is an omen, he says. The way the person walks into the room, the way they're breathing. All these things just add up. And the mirrors and the tarot is just like a mirror that's going to reflect. And it helps to pinpoint and identify. Okay. So, take another breath. See what the universe has for us today. See what we might want to watch out for. See what lessons there might be. Prepare ourselves. Because if we know that we may have boiling emotions today, then we can prepare ourselves so that if a situation pops up that can throw us off the beam, that can get us upset, you know, maybe if we're looking at it this morning, maybe we can be prepared for it. So I'm going to do the cut here, and each one of these is a different thread going out to the universe. Okay? So if I pull this thread, it's going to be a different conversation than if I pull this thread or this thread. So since it's Monday, let's see what's going on underneath. I'm going to pull this thread here. I'm going to do my 3-in-1. And I'm going to flip each card separately, so that I get to read the story as it moves along. Because I may think the story starts one way here and the last card can completely change it. And it really gives me a lot to think about. So let's take a look at the first card. The 3 of Swords. So a lot of people see the 3 of Swords and they see the swords going through the heart. But when you have 2 swords, you're trying to make a decision. You're thinking about it. You're not sure. Uncertainty. It can cause turmoil. But when that 3rd sword comes along, it could be that a decision is made. So let's see what the center card says. So I'm seeing a theme here. So, a decision has to be made and something put into work. Let's see what this card is. The 4 of Swords is a lack of rest. It's not being able to slow down and stop your thinking. So it's as if there's something heavy on our mind and a decision has to be made. And I'm seeing other people having their opinions. Maybe whatever it is even started and you're not even really sure what's going on. But there's no time to rest to think about it. It's just moving forward, which can cause anxiety. So let's flip this over. And we have the Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups is about, six is our harmony and about things getting better. It's 2 threes. So 3 and 3 equals 6. 3 and 3 equals 6. It's part of the fruition. It's part of enjoying the threes after you've started a project and moved forward. You can reminisce about where you were in the past. So looking at this, it's almost as if something has to get done, needs to move forward, but there's a lot of uncertainty. There's a lot of not sure. So there's a restlessness to it. A decision may be made, but you may not be happy with, we may not be happy with that decision. So what the Six of Cups is telling us is that whatever we're feeling now, we're going to get through it. We're going to move forward, whether it's good or bad, indifferent or not. It's not like these are the major arcana. These are these are the minors. These are the ones that are just day-to-day cards. So if these were major arcana, then we'd be like, oh, what is going on? And this is a life-altering, this is fate, this is destiny. Yeah, you could say all those things. But no, the minors are the day-to-day cards, and this is one of those things that's saying, something's got to get done. It may not go well. You may not, we may not be able to complete what we want to do, or it's just not starting out right, or we're just not sure, but we need to do something and we're going anyway. That's just life sometimes. It's that anxiety of getting started. It's that anxiety of not knowing if we're doing right or not. It's that anxiety of, they're watching us. Or we're taking people's advice. Here we have 3 here. 3 swords, 3 different opinions. And this person's like, really? Are you sure? I mean, once I hit this stone, there's no going back. And that's going to leave him restless. That's going to be leaving him feeling unsure. But you know what? For good, bad, or indifference, we just get through it. And eventually we can look back and say, hey, you remember that time? Yeah. So I think what the main thing here is, because I'm going to flip this card over here for a second. Is really take the time to consider those decisions. We have 3 swords here. We have 3 people here. And we have 3 people in this card here. We have 1 person here, 1 person here, and 1 person here. One of the things about the 3 of Swords is filtering out the noise. You have to make a decision. There's another 3rd sword, and it's just a lot of noise. If we can filter out the noise, then we can turn this 4 of Swords around. Here we are, and they're off in the distance. Filtering out the noise. And just remember that this too shall pass. And I think that's where I'm going to leave it. So, thank you, and I hope you have an amazing week.